Welcome to another episode of Wine After Whines. This is Janay,
And this is Najah.
and we're so excited to have you guys back to another episode. This is episode 29 of season 2. Welcome back. Come on in, grab your glass of wine because we're about to chill. We got a lot to talk about, but let's just dig right on in, right? So this week has been a pretty good week. I feel like I've been really busy this week, and I know y'all know I don't work. So, but the craziest thing is that I feel like I'm more busy without working than I was, or just as busy without a job.
Yeah, because you're doing stuff that you couldn't do while we were working. So now you're like conquering all of that.
Oh my God. Andrew, my husband, for those of you who don't know, if you're new listening to our show, my husband name is Andrew, and he has like basically made me like his personal assistant. Like he's like, yo, I need you to create this. Yeah, I need you to do that. I need you to do this and do that. And so I'm like, okay. And like other people are asking me to do things too. And I'm like, how long have y'all been waiting for me not to have a job?
They
Because
have.
it's not like they're like, oh, we got things for you. So yeah, my week has been jam packed. You know, we're also working on something special, you and I.
Yes.
And so you know how that's been going. And then, but to blow off some steam this week, on last Monday, actually, I went to the gun range with Andrew and I put it up on my personal story. I don't think I put it up on Wine After Wines, but if you're interested in seeing it, you can see me shoot some guns. Um, I shot a couple of guns. I went to a kid party, but that was pretty much my week and weekend.
Mhm.
What about yours?
For me, I also did the gun range. I did that like later on in the week though. She did hers Monday. I did mine Friday. But I've definitely been busy as well. Very busy with my kids. This week, at school, they had both of them. They had dress up like character day. So every day of the week, Phoenix, he had something. So I we had to literally hand make everything. We did not buy anything. He did they had the Dr. Seuss thing, where they had to find a book to dress up as. He did we just did like a white shirt and one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. We just glued the things on his shirt. So we did that, and then I had to like literally the whole week was crazy sock week. Then he had just a bunch of stuff we had to come up with. Then Soleil had also had Dr. Seuss week, and so she had to do it. So I had to make her whole outfit, and I had to make her a hat, and I had to go through all of that. So
It's
um,
interesting that they use Dr. Seuss, and we're going to talk about that a little bit
talk about
later.
that. So
Yeah, yeah. My kid's school did have like it's a readathon or something. So I think every county's doing it. So
mhm.
we had to do things. So they had career day, they had pajama day, they had no, the pajama day was supposed to be like let your dreams take you. Well, you know, something like
Yeah.
but it was cute. So yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so I definitely had a pretty busy weekend with that, and of course, work. And then, like you said, our own special project we're working on. And I want to apologize for all the noise in the background. My dog is making a bunch of noise. He is playing right now, and I am recording in our family area. But anyway, it's driving me nuts. But no, so I definitely did have a very busy week with all of that stuff going on. But like you said, I let off that steam at the end of the week for with the gun range. We shot a few different guns. But the one I guess that you can say let off the most steam was our micro Draco. It's not a really we have a Draco which is big, but we have a micro Draco and it's like loud,
Yeah.
super loud. So I got rid of a little steam like that, and just
You
pretty much
shot it or did Ladarian shoot it?
I shot it. I think I got a little video footage of that. I know I think I got some of me shooting, the Glock, the handgun, but I think I got one of that too. I saw Drew shooting off that big old shotgun too.
Yeah, we have a shotgun.
I heard.
So, like, if anybody tries to break into the house and the first thing I can get to is a shotgun, then they better just know. Once I cock it back, I'm just. You know how old people be in those movies where they're like,
Yep.
they don't aim or nothing. They just and just start shooting.
I promise you, that's the first. Like, if it's that, I don't know. I might well grab the handgun though, Janay. I don't know if I would grab my big one. You think you're gonna grab the shotgun?
No, I'm just saying if I had to, like, it's more intimidating. But I would definitely probably grab my handgun. But guys, I think it's important for if you're going to have weapons. I know weapons is a very touchy subject for some people, but if you're going to have weapons in the house, make sure that they're secured and everything, and make sure you do go to the gun range so that you learn gun safety, learn how to fire your firearm, and all of that. So yeah, I mean, we're Southern, and I think it's so. I know, like, we have other states listening, but here in Georgia, we
Yeah,
we get
gotta be.
down with the get down.
Yeah, you got to be protected. Like she said, it is a touchy subject for a lot of people, but to be honest with you, I am so pro gun. I know that's not the big democratic way, but I am very pro gun because I want to make sure my house is protected. There are a lot of times when me and the kids are home alone, and same with you, Janay, because both of our husbands work full-time jobs. And if we're home alone with two babies, we got to make sure we protect it. And yeah, with that being said, it was a lot going on this weekend. So that's another reason we got to be protected. Janae, what was going on in the city of Atlanta this weekend, girl?
What is not going on in the city of Atlanta this weekend? That is the question. I felt like I just sounded like a news anchor just then. What was not going on in the city of it? But so we had Allstar Weekend in Atlanta this weekend, and the city in the city there were shootings. One rapper from Texas was shot and killed in Gwinnett. I didn't know it was in Gwinnett.
Out here in Gwinnett, not too far from where I stay or where I pretty much went to school in that area. Um, yeah, it's sad
Yeah,
situation.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like rest in peace. Like, and the thing I saw, like, a lot of comments like, "We told y'all not to come to Atlanta." No, that is nothing to be proud of. For your city to be, the city that's violent. Like, I don't know where it's turned. I think people are. I don't know if people have just been in the house so much that they're just like, like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know that man, and I don't know his lifestyle. I don't know who he was involved with or who he wasn't involved. Like, I don't know any of that. But I know these people are taking. What's the deal with people in Atlanta removing tires from people's cars? Like, like this
I
is a
don't
whole NASCAR event. Like,
know. You're 100% right, and that's a really good question, a very valid question. I don't know.
are they doing it for the rims?
I don't know if it's the rims or the tires because I mean they're both essential. Like I mean the tires are more essential than the rims, but the rims are the money. You know what I'm saying, or the flash. But I don't know, Janae. That's a
Look, these cars out here are all looking like they went around the little NASCAR track and it was time to, like, zoop zoop zoop, zoop, like like all the cars in Atlanta are looking like that. Like,
so funny you said that because before we move on, I know the news leading up to the All-Star Weekend, they were stating how they're cracking down on this drag racing and how they're cracking down on all of this stuff. So I, I don't know what it is like. And I saw a little video on Instagram. A dude D sent it to me. A dude was like, I have all my car doors open. He said, I got the hood up. He said, please, he said, I'm just going right here into this public. Just don't break my windows. I already opened the car doors.
right, take what you want.
Just don't break my windows. I
Yes.
would laugh so hard.
That's what they're saying. Like, don't leave any valuables. Like, especially like in areas that you would think are safe, like the Buckhead area. It's like leave your doors unlocked.
Let them just
Let them
go.
just don't leave a valuables like on this in the seat or whatever. I remember Andrew got his whole like he had a gun stolen from his trunk, like his whole barber equipment when he just started like becoming a barber and was in school. Like all his stuff was just stolen, like right out of his trunk. I
I
don't
felt
know how they got in there. Uh,
I don't either. I
I
don't.
literally, I don't. But it is important that we protect ourselves. And just going back, like I was thinking the other day, I was telling Andrew, like we need to like come up with emergency scenarios for our kids. Like, okay, in case of if I say intruder alert or something to y'all, what does that mean for y'all? Like, what are you gonna do? So the
Right.
kids aren't like somewhere like running hectic. And I don't claim that none of this will happen to me, but at the same time, you do have to be prepared. So it's like my kids know what to do in terms of like if there's a storm, like we have a place that we go, but they don't know what to do if there's like we haven't talked about fires, we haven't talked about intruders, we haven't talked about anything like that. So I think it's important to like at least you have a mental picture and prepare your kids like, okay, guys, let's do a drill like we would like y'all do at school. We're gonna do a house drill or something like that.
I agree. I 100% agree. I feel like we need to do the same thing.
Yeah,
I never really thought of it that deep. I'm just like, okay,
yeah.
put them in the bathroom while I
Well,
let.
yeah, so they at least they know like what is going on. Oh, I'm in here because of this, and when I come back to get you, that's when you leave. You know what I mean?
Oh, you're
So
right.
yeah.
Okay.
Also speaking of the All-Star game, I did watch a little bit of it in the beginning of it, and we had Clark Atlanta perform in the beginning. That was real dope. And we had Alicia Cara do the "Oh Canada"
Uh-huh.
anthem. Yeah, I love her voice.
Yeah, I like it too. I love it as well. I need to watch it though. Watch her do it. I didn't see it. I'm not gonna lie, I did
Yeah,
not watch
it was
it.
really good. And our auntie Gladys Knight did the I don't want to call her grandma. I feel like she's my great aunt. I don't think she's
Mhm.
grandma status, but she's like my great aunt.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, she did the national anthem, and of course, it was good. It was last night.
of course. It's glad it's nice.
Yeah,
Wouldn't have it any other way.
no, basically.
Oh my goodness. But y'all also this weekend, Janay, I don't know if you did it, but I definitely watched the Coming to America, the
Oh, of
new,
course.
and we are getting the worst reviews on it. But I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna be 100% frank with y'all. I liked it.
I did too.
I enjoyed it. Like some people's like, it's okay, it wasn't bad as people. No, I really enjoyed it. I don't know, like I had put up a Facebook status, which I really don't stat too much on Facebook, but I I was like, I don't know if it's just me because all my friends do know me. I am a giggle box. I laugh at everything. So everything's funny to me. So I was like, I might not be the best critic, but I thought it was a good movie and I laughed.
It's cute. I mean, but see, I was having this conversation actually this morning over brunch.
Oh,
Uh,
fancy.
you know, we were having this conversation, and we were talking about it was classic Eddie Murphy. If you know Eddie Murphy and you know his film, like his film, his track record,
Mhm.
it was classic Eddie Murphy. He did not like divvy away from that. If you didn't like Coming to America 1, you weren't gonna like Coming to America 2. Like, I mean, it to me it stayed true to what it was in the beginning. To me it did. Like I don't feel like he tried to do too much. I feel like he stayed in the lane. We got to see the old characters. Um,
Yes.
I feel like
It
it was
was
fine for what it
yeah,
was.
it
It was
was
fine.
yeah, and then it was the Amazon they premiered it on Amazon. I do the only disappointment I had is okay, so I'm saying this for the people who watched the first one. all I wanted to see was Patrice, his her sister, his wife's sister, and
Yeah.
they did not show up. I don't know why.
I mean, yeah. I mean, is she alive?
That's what me and my mom were trying to figure out. We didn't research it or anything, but we were
Yeah.
like, we just want. And I told Ladarian at the beginning, I was like, oh, well, I just can't wait to see her. And she didn't come in the movie, but that's the only thing that I missed.
Well, we don't know if she's breathing. Number one, and number two, uh, maybe they didn't put enough zeros in her contract, or maybe she just didn't. I mean, that was how many years ago? Maybe she's not even doing acting no more.
And that's what I told my mom. I was like, maybe she didn't. Maybe she's like, I don't want to do anything with Fame because I don't think I seen her do anything else after. But that
Yeah.
was the only thing that I missed was her. But other than that, it was a good movie to me, hands
You
down. You
got
can
to be in
argue.
a certain age group, I think, to appreciate that movie.
I think you do to appreciate it. You have to be in a certain age bracket. Like
Or
I do. That's an option. That's an option.
I know a lot of people, I mean, look, I don't know nothing about that, but a lot of people were saying that they were partaking while watching. So
Taking.
I mean, I guess they were giggle boxes too.
I mean, hey, y'all know me, so I can't. All right, like I said, I probably ain't the person to turn to.
Now I probably won't ask you about no advice on no movie, but
Y'all hear that, right? Okay, I just want to make sure y'all heard it.
moving on, let's talk about Black people getting stuff. So, and an Illinois city becomes the first city in the United States to commit to fund $10 million towards reparations for Black residents. Now, I don't know how this is supposed to kick off, but there's a place right outside of Chicago called Evanston that's making history, saying they're going to start doing reparations, and I guess they have the fund. It's passed, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know like how much money they're getting each family. I mean, how big is this place?
So I just what my questions is like. So is this going straight? Like it just say
Straight
for
to the families' households,
yeah, like or is this going towards their community? Because then it's gonna be like, well, why just them?
right? Because I mean,
It's not gonna happen like that. Maybe they should have said more of a. Let me just touch, but I don't know. I just want to know the type of area they're.
right?
What is what?
Yeah. So this developing story, we will keep you guys abreast. We're gonna do a little bit more research to see like what's going on with it. But if it's true and we are getting money in our hands for reparations, then I mean, let's talk about it. But I also kind of feel I was talking to somebody and I can't remember who it was, but I was saying I almost feel a little bit guilty asking for reparations when it was like my ancestors and my people who really needed it.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I mean I'll reap the benefits of of it, but I feel like, but then they were saying, "Girl, that's stupid. Don't feel guilty because I mean that's your hair. Like this is our culture, and we're a part of it. You get what I'm trying to say? Like,
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Okay, so another thing. I'm sorry, I'm jumping all over the place. Not jumping all over the place, but I'm jumping back. I don't think that Chicago's the first city to do it. I know it
I
says
know
that.
other cities like talked about it, but have they actually acted? Yeah.
I believe Michigan has.
Hmm.
I believe they have. But like she said, it is a developing story, so we'll come back with more. But I could be wrong. But I'm gonna what I am gonna do is I'm gonna research that as as well. But I mean, like you said, you can feel we guess you like my ancestors needed it, but
I mean, they're not here, so what we do? We say we
yeah,
collect. We'll collect on behalf of.
I'm gonna collect on behalf of my people. Janay so nice.
I just feel like, oh no, don't pay me no attention. So let's talk about Mississippi.
Mississippi, girl, what they talking about over there with them things on their face?
So the Mississippi governor Tate Reeves announced that the state is going to be lifting their county mask mandate and allowing businesses to operate full capacity starting like now. Texas is also did the same thing. Texas did it first, so Mississippi is following. His whole spiel was about like these small businesses have been down way too long. They need, they need to start back running their businesses and getting their money, blah 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 blah. But my thing is, this is just y'all really just trying to take a stance against the administration, against the Biden administration, because he's all on this whole like wear y'all masks for
Mm.
30 days trip or what. I don't know what I don't know how many days. But he's like wear y'all masks,
Yeah.
and they bucking the system, and I just feel like wear your wear your mask.
I just don't feel like it's that hard.
It's not that deep.
I
Just
don't.
put the mask on.
I don't feel. I mean, I can understand y'all trying to get y'all businesses to operate to at full capacity, which maybe it could be just Georgia. I don't know how the other states are pretty much operating to a T. I mean, I know some things, but not all. And I thought we were operating just fine. Like, I mean, we're up and running here in Atlanta. I'm gonna say Georgia. I'm not gonna say just Atlanta. I know there are things like your nightlife that's not the same, but as far as fast food, as far as restaurants,
I think this is just a way of him to kind of like buck at the administration. I don't think it really has anything to do with like what he says it has to do with. I think this is his way of saying, I am loyal, I'm a loyal Republican, and I really didn't want you in office in the first place. So what I'm gonna do is buck the system and do what I want to do.
and that could definitely be it. That could definitely be the reason why. I don't know, but yeah, you could be right because ultimately, I just feel like you said, it's not that serious. Just y'all operating as the numbers go down. I guess y'all can take the mask off, but the numbers aren't all the way down yet. I don't think that they're at a good number. And we even if you don't believe in masks, just make them feel comfortable. My husband's not big on wearing a mask at all, but he will make a person feel comfortable and he will wear it. He's
Yeah,
not complaining at all. He's just like, I mean, I ain't big on it, but he
it's
do.
just like it's our new normal. And I was walking through the local Publix today, and I'm just like, we're looking at everybody, and we legit like I just took it in. Like, of course, we've been doing this forever, but it's like it's crazy that it's so normalized that we
Oh,
have to walk into grocery stores and places like China and them. They've been doing this already, but it's
mhm.
just crazy that like this is our life. Like, when is it gonna go back to, hey, how you doing? And you can shake somebody's hand, or hey, how you doing? You can give somebody a hug. Like, people like fist bumping out here and like elbow tapping out here. Like, no one like there's no. I don't know. It just feels weird.
It was funny because I was talking to my mother-in-law today and she was asking me, she was like, when was so late? When did she first ride a airplane? I was telling her she wasn't a full one. She was like 9 or 10 months. She was real small when we rode the plane. So she was a lap baby.
Mhm.
And I was telling her how people around me were like bragging on Soleil because she was really good on the flight. They was like, this is the best. Like people was like, I ride the plane all the time and I have never seen a baby this chill. And then the lady sitting next to me, so like kept trying to take her sunglasses.
Mhm.
She was just, and then she finally was like, here, she can have them. And of course I didn't take them. But she put them on. I would never do that now. But
No.
then it's cool. Like she was just wearing a lady next to me sunglasses. I don't know this lady, but at the time it was okay. You
Right.
know,
Right.
I was okay with doing it. But then I thought back and I was like, and I got a picture of it and everything. I thought back and I was like, I just let my child put on somebody's sunglasses who I have no clue who she is.
Right.
But it was normal. Nobody thought crazy of it. It was just a normal thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, it I know, and Janay as well, like she just said, we know it's hard and it's so different. You want to see somebody smiling, you want to see their reaction, but it's just sad that we have to go through this.
Yeah.
But we
I
what
one day one day we'll be like, remember back in the day where we
can't
couldn't
wait.
high five? Now we're high fiving again.
Yeah, I'm ready for that day. I am. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, we'll get there, y'all. We'll get there. But moving right along, Yeah, I mean, so this is what we were talking about when we were talking about earlier, the kids dressing up with Dr. Seuss. So there are 6 Dr. Seuss books, guys, that will be taken, well, that will be no longer published due to racist imagery. Like there's some racism in these books. I did see some of the books, me and Janay both saw some of these books that they were speaking of, and it didn't go just towards Black people, it was a little racist towards African people, excuse me, African people, Asian, Middle Eastern, and it might have been another one, but I do know it was those were the targeted 3. How do you feel? Because then now, like I said, they just won't be published anymore. It's not that they won't be sold anymore. So
Yeah.
talk to me, Janay. What you think?
No, nothing ever surprised me anymore. I look.
At this point,
Everything has prejudice in it. Everything has racist stuff in it. Look, I don't want to say I don't care, but it's like I'm just tired.
you tired.
I'm exhausted and drained. Like my kids can't watch certain things because of imagery and racism and this and that. My kids can't read certain things because of imagery and racism and this and that. It's like, okay, and this only affects the Black house. The White House don't the White household doesn't have to worry about what their kids watch or what their kids look at and what they when it comes to racism and things like and prejudice against their kind.
Mhm.
They don't have to worry about that. It's just us, and it's exhausting. I'm not saying I don't want to talk about it, but I'm literally tired of having to talk about it.
It's funny that you say that too, because it's like, yeah, we tired of talking about the racist stuff and we're nitpicking on what our kids watch. It's even outside of racism. It's even outside of stuff like that. I'm trying to monitor music. I'm trying to monitor TikTok. I'm trying to monitor sexual stuff that they gonna throw in on kids YouTube. I'm like monitoring so much stuff. So like she said, it's exhausting. It's exhausting at this point. Like I don't at this point I'm just like
I, I'm burnt out, like because I can only protect them so much,
so much.
and I can only shield them from so much. Like there's a Callie likes Peppa Pig still, right? So there's this she's I don't know if y'all have kids, maybe y'all understand, but she's into this like watching other kids play with toys and like play with them. So if you got one toy right here and it's like okay, so it's just, on some of them it's like grown people doing it. So you gotta like make sure because they had Pepper saying, "What the hell?" on,
Oh, one of them?
and I looked. I said, "Who is this?" So I had to turn. I had to turn it. I was like, "No, this is not it. This is not the real. This is not the real Peppa Pig. You can't watch this."
Wow, I didn't know. I didn't know about that one. Oh man.
I know this is just something that I caught while she was watching it. I don't know if other parents even know about it. I don't even know how she found it or how she got to it.
Mhm.
But it's like I try to listen in on what they're watching and watch what they're watching and stuff with them. But how many
It's
times have I missed it? You know what I
and then
mean?
you don't have time. Sometimes you and I don't care who says what they want to say about us, but we throw on stuff on TV or on the tablets while we're cooking dinner so they won't come in and burn themselves on the stove. So we put them aside. And while my food is cooking, I'm not 100% there with you. Um, I know you said you caught that. I caught on an episode of Muppet Babies. My kids are into Phoenix is into Muppet Babies. There was an episode of Muppet Babies where they were dressing up as superheroes. So they had like big pieces of paper and they drew their own capes, drew on their capes. It was like some scribbles, you know how they have kids draw. On Piggy, little Miss Piggy, her thing, there was a huge image of a male genital area. There sure was. And I caught it on video. I gotta look through and see if I still have the video. I'll send it to you. They have it. So I on demand it not too long ago and they took it off. Somebody complained about it. And it's just
It was a new episode, not an.
yeah, it's one of the newer.
Oh, okay.
Yes, they threw Disney threw that one in there. So all like I happen to see it. I just happen to see it. I don't watch every episode of these shows like they do.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm doing stuff. I'm putting it on TV to keep them busy while I'm doing something. Yep, and I just happened to catch that one. So y'all, and that was on Disney Junior. That was not a YouTube thing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. It's
That was
crazy.
right on the show. So yeah, we do when it comes to this racist stuff and sexual stuff thrown in there, y'all, let's just like she said, it's draining. We don't have time. We ain't got time. But let's move along because I'm gonna get a little upset now that I think about it.
What you guys is?
Yo, I don't know. I had to bring this up. I don't know if y'all saw Chloe serving up. But
Be specific because you could be talking about Khloe Kardashian.
oh no, what's this one last name?
She's talking about Chloe from Chloe and Halle, the group.
Chloe and yeah, she is. Yeah, no, I'm not talking about the Kardashian. You just hit me with that. I forgot all about her now that I'll be paying attention to this one. I ain't gonna lie, I did. But she looks so beautiful. Yeah, I know a lot of people are upset with the way they think that she's being so sexualized now. I think she's just found herself and she's in love with herself and she looks gorgeous. That's just me. I don't care how you see it. Keep your opinions to yourself because I like it. She looks good.
Chloe Bailey.
I just said it, Bailey. I was like, what is it, Bailey?
Yeah. So, girl, first of all, much Chloe appreciation. I love her and her sister.
Yeah.
Somebody said her sister looked like
What they say, girl?
somebody said her sister looked like a cute ant, like one of them ants from A Bug's Life.
I'm covering my face. I'm covering my face.
She's cute to me.
She is
She is.
cute. Beat them up.
I just thought it was funny, so I had to tell you. So, but I love they are lock goals for me. I love their locks.
Yeah.
Like they're always so daggone cute. And I'm like, is somebody at y'all house retwisting y'all hair like every day? Cause your edges can't be nothing at this point. If they retwisting your hair that often, I just need to know what they're doing.
Girl,
But anyway, besides their locks, I love them, and I saw like a quick snippet of Beyonce's dad doing an interview with some lady, and the interviewer was saying, "Hey, what do you think about Chloe?" People saying that Chloe is the like new Beyonce, like she's the up and coming Beyonce. He went off, child. He was like, "What idiot is saying things like this?" Yeah, he was like, why would y'all say that that is disrespectful to Beyonce? Like she is why do y'all think she's like an up and coming Beyonce, blah blah blah. Like I'll send you the link and it's on the shade room as well. But yeah, he went off about Chloe. I'm like, first of all, this is a child. Number one, well, she's not a child. Let me not say that.
no, but she's upcoming. She's
Young
younger.
adult, and she's an up and coming artist. She is one of Beyonce's artists, so yeah, she's growing her, and she's very talented. She plays instruments. She writes her own music. Yeah, I mean, technically, she's a little bit
I mean, I wasn't gonna say nothing because the Beehive probably would have came after me, but I can care less about them.
yeah. I mean, I'm not saying like she hasn't reached Beyonce status like today, but as far as like up and coming, because you know a lot of people don't. If you say Chloe Bailey, like a lot of people will be like, "Who is that?" So she hasn't reached that stardom. I don't feel yet. But as far as talent,
Of course, she hasn't reached this.
listen to this girl sing. I mean, have y'all heard the vocal cords? I mean, have you seen the body?
First of all,
I
nobody right now. Nobody. Yes, I'm gonna agree with him. Nobody's on the stardom level that's up and coming as Beyonce because why they're up and coming, they're not established yet. Okay,
yeah.
But like you said, talent wise, I mean, and this is just my opinion. Beat me up if you want, but there's a lot of people out there who's better vocally than Beyonce. But I mean, that's just me. There are artists that are out that are better vocally than Beyonce, and I like Beyonce a lot. But you're not gonna sit here and tell me she the best of the best of the best.
What about Jasmine
I
Sullivan?
mean, I wasn't gonna say nothing, but I bet you she can run Beyonce out of.
Okay, real.
Listen, they had to sign me too, but I wanted to do my podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
So listen, why you laughing so hard? Like you laughing a little too hard, too damn hard.
You supposed to get signed?
We'll talk about it off air because some people in my business.
Yeah, yeah. You know, keep it confidential.
You know how they be asking for stuff, but stop laughing. I just really feel like it's people out there. Like I said, Beyonce is a great vocalist, but she is. I don't. In my opinion, there are people out there that's better. And so she's still laughing at me, but y'all.
I got the giggles now. But yeah, I mean, look, I can appreciate Beyonce's vocal talent and ability and all of that. But um yeah, I think I'm going to agree with you, but I hope we don't get canceled. Because cancel culture is a thing.
Bump them.
Okay, moving on.
My stomach hurt.
Oh, her sister Haley, she's gonna be doing the Holly. She's gonna be doing the Little Mermaid. You knew that, right?
Yes, and I think she gonna blow it out the water.
I can't wait to see
No
Little
pun
Mermaid.
intended. You said what?
You said no pun intended.
What you just?
That's what you said.
Because I said she gonna blow it out the water, and I did not mean to make a joke, but I think the joke was quite funny. She gonna be Little Mermaid. She gonna blow it out the water. Oh, okay, y'all want to move on? Listen, Kev on stage would appreciate that joke. Okay, Kev on stage.
I
Listen,
don't know if that's a compliment or not. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Okay.
him and his dad jokes.
Yeah, his horrible dad jokes.
I love them.
Okay, yeah. So at this time, we normally do a relationship corner, but today we're not. So we have chosen to do a story time. I know you guys live for our story times. So today we're going to do a story time, and I guess I will go first. My story is not as complex as my last story time, but and a little bit of the details is a little bit fuzzy, but I'm trying to give y'all all I can give. Okay. So the people in this story shall remain nameless, okay? Because I don't want nobody to come back and feel away. And if you listen to this, you nameless person, then I want you to know that that there's no animosity towards you or anything like that. I just think, it was whatever. Let me just tell y'all what happened. So what had happened was I was dating this guy, and I don't know how long we were dating before this happened, but I'm gonna say just a couple months, right? And he would like so I had traveled with this guy to go meet his family, his dad, his sisters and them, his cousins, and he had a cousin. Oh, I almost said the name. He had a cousin that he was very close to, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so this dude, oh my God, this is crazy. Okay, so this dude basically told me that he had a long lost twin. And we were young at the time, but we were I don't know how old I was, but we were younger. Out of high school though. He told me he had a twin. I wish I could give y'all the names. But he made up like a name for the twin. Like I'm gonna tell you the names afterwards.
Okay, did he do a rhyming name like?
Yes, like for example, the rhyming names were like Aaron and
Adrian. I just
or something like that. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
very similar. And so we would hang out, and he'll be like, "Oh, my twin is called like my twin's calling me or whatever." And he would be like, "I gotta take this," and I'm like, "Okay, whatever." And so one day he had built this twin thing up, right? Just kind of built it up, built it up, built it up. And then I'm like, "Do y'all look just alike? Like I ain't never seen y'all in no pictures or nothing together. Like, are y'all like what?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, no, we like identical." And I'm like, "Okay." And I was like, "Well, um, when am I gonna meet this twin?" He was like, "Oh, he don't even live like in the state, whatever, whatever." So happened the twin came to visit, um, but he wanted to talk to my friend. So he was like, "Well, we can all go out, or I'm gonna take you out and have my twin take my friend out." And I was like, "Okay." Oh, like this is so crazy. And then I'm like, "All right." And so I hit my friend up, like, "Okay, so have you seen the twin?" Like she was like, "No, I just talked to him on the phone, but I have talked to him." And I'm like, "Okay, like what does he sound like? Like, does he sound like, oh, I almost slipped and said the name again. Does he sound like my person?" And she was like, "No, he doesn't." I'm like, "Okay." So long story short, he never admitted to this, but what I gather 1+1 = 2 is that he had his cousin hitting my friend up,
Hmm.
talking to my friend as the twin, and then he never accomplished like going out with her, but I was going to assume that he was gonna be his twin and take her out. I don't
Wow.
know how he thought this was gonna work.
Yeah, he was dumb. He was dumb. He was dumb. How old were y'all?
I think like fresh out of high school, however old that is.
Wow.
But I remember being like,
Oh,
back then I wasn't as vocal, but I wasn't stupid. So I was like, no, I was like, that don't sound right, but okay. But needless to say, we broke up shortly afterwards, and the twin debacle wasn't the reason, but he ended up. I can't. I'm not. I can't. It's a lot with this guy, but
really? But you had went to see his family, meet his family, and everything. You said,
yeah,
right?
and I was like, they didn't say nothing about no twin. I asked his dad eventually, like afterwards. I was like, "Yeah, does he have a twin?" And he was like, "What?" So that's how I knew, like, okay, yeah, he was just making stuff up. Yeah,
That's
that's the
funny.
craziest thing like a guy had ever tried to like pull over on me. Like he went all out for that lie. It was such an elaborate lie. Like,
Wow.
yeah,
No, that's too much. That's funny though. I ain't gonna lie. He tried to do. Then you look back on stuff like that, you like, what the heck was I thinking, man?
I don't know. At least, whatever.
Oh, good.
Yeesh.
Well, just I'll throw my little crazy story in there. I don't have too many crazy stories in my life, but so I guess I don't even want to say my ex-boyfriend. I don't even want to use that term because this was the dude right before Ladarian, actually.
Well,
So, huh?
he was your ex.
I guess you can say that. I was young, so it's like I've been with Ladarian so long. I don't really consider anybody exes, but I guess you can say that. So my best friend, Dega, at the time she had a boyfriend. I ain't gonna say no names either, but she had a boyfriend, and let me start over. I'm sorry. This was me fresh into college, so I actually went away not too far from home. I went like 3 hours away from home to this college, and so I was in school, and Daga was up here in Atlanta living her life, and she had her boyfriend or whatever. So I actually came home. I used to come home often. I came home one weekend. We went out, and her boyfriend came out. He brought a friend. me and a friend actually hit it off really like that night and everything. Like we were cool, we laughed and everything, all that good stuff. So that weekend, we went out again because like that was like a Friday. We went out again, and then I was headed back. We talked on the phone. We ended up kind of like establishing something. And so we was talking on the phone. I was in school, all of that. So they decided to come down and visit. And so at the time, I was staying off campus because the whole ordeal when I first got there, I didn't want to stay in the dorms. Like they had two separate dorms. There was one that were like super old, those old dorms. Then they had the real nice new ones. I was like, I'm not staying in that old one. So they did allow me because I was out of the district, like I guess out of that area. My parents didn't live in that area. They allowed me to, and then it was like they didn't have any of the new ones available and I didn't have family. So they allowed me to stay off campus. I don't know, it was the whole thing. So I stayed off campus. I ended up getting a roommate who also went there. Never met her, but she was also from LA. She was actually from the South Side. So me and her had got pretty cool, and she ended up, she was there with me or whatever. We had our own little apartment style house thing, and so they came down to visit. So of course they stayed with us. Um, so when they stayed with us, um, I guess both guys took interest in my roommate. Did not know until she came to us and was like, okay, listen, when y'all went to the store, they tried to hit on me. I was nice about it, but this, and that. I was like, really? Both of them, and they had been with her boyfriend a long time, not a long time, but for a good minute.
Yeah.
So by the time they came down, I had already been talking to this dude for like probably a month or two, probably like 2 months. And so I was like, okay, well, me and Dega got together. We was like, okay, what the heck? Like, what the heck? Do we just call and cuss them out? We like, no. She's like, these my ride back to Atlanta. I was like, okay. So we didn't cuss them out or anything. So what we did was we set them up. We set them up. Friend. We set them up. My roommate was involved. She was like, okay, so what y'all do is, leave. They'll no, what we did was we all left. And I had my car down there and then they had their car. So we drove it to campus because I had a whole bunch of friends on campus. And like I said, they had nice apartment style dorms. We went up there, kick it with some friends. And so this whole time we're like texting and calling back and forth. Yes, texting was out then. It was fairly new, but we still used it. We was texting real fast with that one hand on that flip phone. And so we was like, okay, so she was like, okay, well, they wanted to come back and chill with me because you guys are all planning to go out there and y'all got some little thing going on. And she was like, they want to come back and chill with me. They gonna say they going to the store. So these dudes went back. So they did planned out. They went back, and she was like, okay, they here. So she was like, so when we got there, oh, I was just about to say his name too. Dega's boyfriend had his shirt off, like ready to go. Like they had planned on running a train on this girl. Like, of course, she wasn't gonna let it happen, but she had to play along. They did that. They was sitting on the bed, getting ready. Like he had his shirt off and everything. Like he had a white beard on, but he had took his shirt off. It was cold during the time when they came down too.
Yeah.
And yeah, like so what we did was we walked in on it because of course I have a key. We walked in on it, was like, oh really? And I don't know what lie they came up with, but whatever it was pretty much like she seduced them. And they came back and they didn't know what was gonna happen. He took his shirt off because he was hot. And so we had to play along with them because she had to get back to Atlanta. But I told her, I was like, listen, I'll drive you back. You just got to stay down here with me until, I finish my classes and stuff. She was like, no, I'm going to get back because I got to go to work. When she got back, huh?
We believe her?
Who? My roommate? So I was getting to that part. I don't know because, me and her, we're not cool anymore. I've never fell out with anybody like this. Me and her don't even talk. I actually fell out with her. She fell out with a lot of people at school. she was a little crazy. I think she had a mental issue. Yeah, she did. I mean, she was straight. Like one moment she's happy, one moment she's not.
So
Uh,
like bipolar or something.
yeah, she literally had an issue. This is I got a whole nother story time for y'all about this girl when we talk about our next story time. But after I really got to know her even more, we was like, did she really seduce them? I don't care because I could.
To me, she probably did.
You could have. She could have because that just seemed like
But
that's
they was stupid enough to go along with it. But
because
yeah.
we thought about that afterwards, like when we because eventually my Dega ended up the next semester she ended up coming to that school. She ended
Mm.
up coming down there, and that's when a lot of stuff happened with her with old girl and yeah
Well,
she
nobody, I wouldn't ride back with nobody that tried to run no train on me.
He
So,
wanted to. Well, I was like, well, okay. You know, we was dumb at the time. We was young.
for him, I'd be like, yeah, Najah, take me back. I'm not riding anywhere with these men.
You know how I am. We listen. It was whew, those were
Mm-mm.
days. But yeah, that's my little story time, y'all. You know, we got some more stories up our sleeve. We'll talk about it on the next one.
You
Stay
know
tuned.
what? We were so young and not even gonna say dumb, but naive. We were just young,
And dumb.
young, and
I was. I ain't gonna say that for you, but I know I was when it came to certain stuff.
oh my God, yes. So stay tuned to our next story time where you can hear about our past experiences.
I have a lot.
Be
No.
entertained. Okay, so our wine or the wine tip of the week comes from inspired by me. It says to cook with your spouse or your partner, it can create beautiful memories and moments. So I truly believe that. Like cooking together, like is I enjoy cooking with him, with Andrew. That's why like I want to give that tip to y'all because
I like it.
like find something easy though. Like, if your man can't cook, like don't have him trying to like, what I'm saying, make no Sunday dinner with you. But have him like, throw the tortillas in the oven or something,
Mm,
do something light, but yeah, no, like I really do enjoy at the times that we have when we cook together. Like we sit there, I might pour a glass of wine. Like this morning, I had like some mimosas, and we just cooked together. Like he had his little part that he was doing, I had my little part, and we just roaming around the kitchen together. Like we do it often, but it's cute. Like set aside days for that, and also like when you feel like this is just something that I was just thinking, but like when you feel like you need more time with your spouse or you're requiring, because I think I was talking to you about this the other day. I was like, I need my husband. Like he work a lot, and you have to be able to be honest. And I'm like, look, I'm feeling a little low on my TLC, tender love and care tank. Like I need some time with you. Like and it's when I say that, it's not even about physical intimacy. For me, it's just like I just need to spend a little bit more time with you. I need to feel wanted and loved outside of physical intimacy because that's gonna take care of itself. Like that's gonna happen. But what I'm saying is like I need some intentional time. And so lately I've been feeling like it could just be hormones. Girls' hormones be up and down. But um yeah. So be vocal about what you need in your relationship, women, and don't be afraid to vocalize it, and men as well. Like they're gonna tell you exactly what they want and exactly what they need. So let's use our voices as well. Like I need more time. I need you to do
Be vocal with me.
right.
No, I like that tip. I'm actually gonna take it because I do not cook with him. But he don't cook, so
But it might be something cute he can like do with you.
I'm gonna have him chop up some stuff. Hold on,
Yeah.
get his finger off. I might have to have him do some. He
He
might burn.
can he can brown some veggie crumbles.
Yeah, he might. I don't know. He might burn himself. We'll talk about it later.
Okay. Yeah. So take that tip and try it out. Write us some comments and let us know how it went. Release some of that control, Najah, and let your man help. It's cute. He
I
might
mean,
not
I
want to,
am
but try.
when it comes to the kitchen, I am controlling. I'm not gonna lie. So I am going to take that tip. I am going to take that tip, and I'm going to let you guys know how it goes.
Or y'all can like make something you never made before. Like find a recipe that you never made and something he obviously never made, and then like y'all come up
I,
with it together.
yes, ma'am. I love it. Thank you for that tip.
Okay, so we're gonna get right into Janay's honest moment. This moment is brought to you by growth, growth on my part, and growth in my mind, and my body, and my spirit. Okay, so I wrote that it is okay if someone is not your person, or if y'all's vibes don't match. You're not obligated to get along with everyone, and just respect them and move on. So what I meant by this is sometimes in life there are moments you where you can grow apart from somebody, whether it be a friendship, a relationship, or situationship. I don't know, whatever y'all got going. And sometimes your paths, like nothing probably happened, y'all paths just kind of like disconnected, and I think that that's okay. Like I think we need to be okay with just letting things be and not forcing things because you feel like you have to force something. And also, if you don't like somebody, that's also okay. Like, I mean, I don't know what this thing is about everybody having a kumbaya. Yeah, like respect your part, like respect them. But if I don't like you because we just don't vibe and our energies don't match, and we just like I don't think there's not. I don't know if this is like a Sagittarius thing or a Janay thing or what it is, but it's okay for me not to like you, and it's okay for you not to like me. That is fine. We can establish this and we can move on. I can see you in the grocery, and I can do one of those and keep it moving. Like I don't know. It's like everybody just tries like don't try to force things. Like this has just been on my mind because I've been in a situation where I'm trying to make stuff fit. And if it doesn't fit into my life, then that's okay. Just because it used to fit into my life doesn't mean that it fits into my life. Now I'm a whole different woman. I was a different person years ago, 10, 12 years ago than I am today. So if y'all got people, and I'm not even saying that these, and I think where it gets confusing is that like some people aren't toxic, but they just don't fit in your they just don't fit in your picture no more.
I get it.
And that's fine. They don't have to be toxic. They just, we had a good ride. It was our season, and now our season is up.
Yeah,
Bye.
I like that. I don't think it's a Sagittarius thing. I think it's a Janae thing. It might be a Sagittarius thing, and I could be different. It's harder for me to do that. I mean, not like I don't force nothing. I
Mm-hmm.
think let me put it this way. It's not that I don't care about not being cool with you. Like you said, it's fine. I don't have many people that I've been through that with, but I want to know reasons. Like I'm like, okay, why? And I'm trying to get away from that. D's have always been trying to get me away from it. He's like, you don't if it don't, it don't.
Yeah.
But I like that. I really do like that.
Try to
That's
figure
also
out the reason why it don't fit.
sometimes I want to know, like, what did I do something? Let me know. Which I shouldn't even care at my age. I shouldn't even care. I haven't been through it in a while, but I know what you mean. I get what you mean. Like you said, you can keep certain things, certain friendships, certain relationships at a distance or at a good spot because it's not going to fit into your now puzzle piece. Like it might have fit then, but this a whole different puzzle. It's not that same puzzle we used to put together back then.
You can even see that with our spouses, to be honest. Like, think about people, not trying to call y'all out, but just think about people that our spouses have been friends with for over like 10 years or something that, obviously they could let go.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not saying like, oh, I'm never gonna talk to you ever again, but certain friendships have like different like the compartments. You put
yeah,
them where they need to be, and
100.
you guard your heart, and you guard like there might be things going on in your life that you don't want to share with everybody. You got a certain friendship group for that. Like you
Mm-hmm.
have a little inner circle with people that you let in into your vulnerable space, and then you got people outside of that.
Right.
All I'm saying is the people that shouldn't be inside of your vulnerable space, keep them where they need to be. Let them
Yep.
play their position because you're just gonna cause yourself more hurt in the end or more frustration trying to make them be in a spot that they shouldn't even be in the first place. That
Mm-hmm.
they don't owe you nothing. You don't owe them nothing.
No, I 100% get it, and I love that honest moment. And it's all true. For me, it's true. Everybody can take it the way they want, but I like it. I like that honest moment, Janay.
Thank
Thank you. And that tip, like I gotta use all this stuff. I gotta use your tips and honest moments to my
you.
advantage.
Oh, don't do that.
I am. Guess I'll update you guys. Anywho, so moving along to me. My knowledge with Naja. Okay, so I've already stepped on a few toes with this beehive thing. I'm probably gonna step on a few toes again. But listen to what I say and don't take it the wrong way. So, um, I'm gonna use him as an example. I don't agree with everything these people say. I don't agree with the whole Republican Party, but I do know Randy Paul confronts Biden's. He has a transgender health nominee about pretty much changing yourself into a transgender. I'm not gonna general mutilation. I guess that's a word that they use, but I mean the phrase that they use, but I'm saying it differently because I'm not. I would never knock nobody on what their sexuality is because I'm not you. I don't know what you feel in your heart, in your brain, in your body, how your hormones are, how you're feeling. The issue is with our children. I'm also gonna touch. I'm gonna actually make this quick. But even Dwayne Wade's son, what's her name? Her name Zeta, Zay something.
Um,
I can't remember.
you just made me like mess
Forget.
it up.
It's I think
Is Zeta or Zavi?
I think it's Zeta. Um, hey, if she wants to be a woman, she wants to be a woman. But we have to realize children, and I'm talking about from the ages of infant all the way until past your teenage years, until young adulthood. We change our minds so much. So when you allow a child to change their gender um, at that age, I personally do not agree. I'm not, like I said, I'm not knocking your feelings. You could definitely be interested in the same sex. You can definitely be a gay or lesbian woman or male. I don't care about that. But you have to realize a good percentage of um transgenders, they regret what they do. They regret it. You can do the research, you can check your numbers before somebody come from my throat. Is right there. Just do your research. Don't say how you feel. People love wins. Yeah, love wins. I'm not talking about love. I'm talking about you cutting off your stuff and tucking your stuff in. I'm just saying know what you want to. You might change your mind. You might just want to be gay. You might don't want to change into a woman at 25, but you already did it at 12. So at 25 you have no option to go. I mean, you might have an option to go back, but it's not going to be the same. You're going to be all messed up. You go from a man or a woman to a man and a woman, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But you're entitled to your own thing. I just think at a young age, I just feel like you should kind of wait it out. Just see where your head is at a certain age, because going into a scientific, I'm gonna go a little bit into a scientific portion of it. And I'm not quite sure from how this is for the female changing to a male, but I do know from a male changing to a female, when you do that down there, it's a continuous open wound. You always have to get that checked. A lot of people commit suicide because of this. You're in pain sometimes it's because it's never going to heal because it's an open wound. You're keeping it open. Just do your research on it. It's not the best thing, but if you want it, you want it. Just make sure you know that's what you want. And I think that a child making that decision is a bit much because their minds can change. I
Mhm.
don't think the way I thought when I was 14, 15, even 18. Hell, 25. I think a whole lot different at I'm 30 something.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
What age do you think like they should be allowed to change their sex?
I mean, once you become an adult, like if you once
Like
you
21.
I mean, they're legal at 18, I guess.
How old you gotta be to rent a car?
I think 21. I think you have to be 21. And I mean, I think that that's a good age to
I think
have.
they should also like be able to, I don't know if this is a thing, but they should also be able to talk to somebody, like a therapist should like be able to sign off on it just to make sure they're not just out here.
But they are allowed to. They are allowed to go talk to one and they can sign off on it. It's just that a therapist, I would hope, would say, "Hey, you know, Michelle Obama said it best in her interview with him. I forgot all about that. With her, I said him. Zeta Zion, whatever her name
You
is.
can get the name because you can't.
Yeah. First of all, I'm horrible with names. It has nothing to do with me not doing my research. Y'all, I'm horrible. But no, I think it's Zeta. But she did an interview with her this past weekend that came out, and I think she tastefully told her, see who you are first. I don't know if she took it that way, but I know that's probably what Michelle was trying to say. Like, just wait a little while, Nobody's
Yeah.
knocking you. If you want to be a woman, be a woman. Don't have anything to do with me. But just make sure that's what you want because your mind can change. It
Is
can.
that, yeah.
It's Zaya.
Yeah.
Oh well, I said it wrong the whole thing, but y'all know what I meant. Dwayne Wade's child, Dwayne Wade,
Yeah.
and I think they're only what 14.
I don't know.
But yeah, I'm glad that Michelle. She said what she said, but you know, they can take these hormone pills and stuff now and testosterone. Not knocking it again, guys, because that's probably what you heard, but I am not knocking it. I just think you should be of age to make that decision.
Yeah, I agree. I
Age.
mean, looking at my kids, they're not even mature enough to make a
Yeah.
decision to.
Peanut butter jelly or turkey sandwich?
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, that's where they at.
Peanut butter with turkey? Get out my face.
Right.
So
I'm,
it's just my quick little rant, guys. Like I said, I don't. Please don't hate me for it because there's nothing that I have against the LGBT community.
yeah.
I just LGBTQ.
Yeah.
I have nothing against you guys. I have family members myself who's a part of the community, and I love them to death. But just let's make wise decisions, parents, because you can authorize this too. Anywho,
Thank you, friend, for that knowledge, Najah. Namaste.
namaste.
Okay.
To a downward facing dog now. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you for that, Naja. That was definitely some knowledge dropped, and I know that you guys are gonna be probably like, "Oh, they went a little deep on that," but okay. And so again, thank you so much for listening and watching our show here on YouTube, and also listening wherever you get your podcast. We want to thank you so very much. Next week, I want to give you guys a hint or a little, what do you call it, like not a teaser, but just to let y'all know that we're gonna have Troop on our next show for next Monday, so tune in to hear about that. We're gonna be talking a lot about relationships and what we can grab from the male perspective. So if you have anything you want to know from a male's perspective, drop in the comments below so that we can hit truth with all these questions on our next episode. Also, for those of you who are moms and would like to join us in our Mommy and Me play dates, we are doing that on Saturday, the 13th at 1 p.m. If you're interested, please DM us on our Instagram or write us here on YouTube, or if you're listening via whatever you're listening to, streaming, hit us up on any of our social medias so that we can send you out the Zoom link. And yeah, follow us on all social media platforms. Wine After Whines on everything: YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and all of that. And I said a mouthful. Anything else?
You got it all out. Y'all know she be talking.
Oh God. Anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your week. Have an awesome week. We'll see you guys on Monday. Love you. Bye.
Bye bye.